Snärligheter.
Ja, det är klart.
Komedi.
Och nu kanske kommer även Anna.
Ja.
Vad bra.
Det var inte så farligt det där bakljuset där.
Nej, jag ska kolla.
Vad skönt.
Tjena.
Hej.
Hej.
Bra. Fint. Nu är vi alla framme. Jag är glad. En fråga till er, för att jag har tänkt kanske att det här går ut till lite större allmänheten. Då vill jag gärna att vi kanske provar prata engelska. Är det något som är svårt för någon?
No
problemas.
No problemas. Vi kan prata franska, italienska, vi kan spanska.
Ja, alltså möjligtvis franska och tyska.
Eller
jag mig på. Ja.
Okay. Men då struntar vi.
La cinema. Nej, men engelska. Okej, engelska. Okej, bra.
Well, I'm going over to English if it's okay for all of you. Thank you so much for this great job that you actually done. First of all, thanks to all participants that made really great efforts for our festival. We selected as much as we could. We couldn't select all of them, but some of them are with us. I mean, 26, 25 movies, partly documentary in all length and partly short film, which is actually 22nd December day for. So I would like to welcome to this meeting Anders Lennberg, director from Sweden, but he was also worked even in America, as I remember.
Tried to work.
Well,
that's a big difference.
Okay. Then we have a filmmaker and one who is also like to drawing, as I understood, Anna Lönn-Franco. Hello.
Hello.
Good. And Bratislav Stankovic, who is director of photography, making movies and standing behind camera. He is also with us. Hello, welcome.
Hey, hello, thanks.
Good. Well, my first question, I would like to ask you about impressions of movie selection for this year, since we have especially or still have this how can I say, a little bit isolating year with a lot of changings and everything what is going on. But anyhow, I think that we had some selection that could be good. So
it was a variety. It was a great variety. I mean, the magazine is called Variety, right? So film, it was good with variety. It was all kinds, very good films, and also some not so good, but most of them were very good. I was very impressed with them. I really saw them, and I was in Cannes a couple of years ago, and I was with my cinematographer friend Bratislav, and we watched a lot of movies, and we watched that Only God Forgives, the film by Refn, the great Danish director. And my cinematographer that I worked with, he didn't like it. He really didn't like it. He said, "Oh, it's posy, it's art school, it's immature." And then one day later, about 24 hours later, we were having lunch, and he said, "You know what? That film grew on me. It sort of, I think about it, and the atmosphere of it is sort of inside of me." And I had the same experience in this festival. I saw a lot of films that I really didn't care for, and I thought they were.
Yeah.
And then I thought I was in 7-Eleven buying milk, and I started laughing, thinking about that woman, the comedy thing. I thought it was so stupid when I saw it. It was like so cheap and cheesy. And I said, it was really funny, and I remembered it, and I changed my mind. And I said, she's great. She reminded me of Kim Andersson, a great actress that I work with, and she said, "You can be a feminist and vulgar, Anders." She always told me, "It's no opposites. It's no opposites." So I remembered Kim, and I was thinking, I'm going to dedicate this to Kim Andersson, the great Kim Andersson.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. I would really like to say the same thing, actually. And it was very difficult to choose between absolutely the short films, I would say, because when I started watching the first ones, I was okay, they were okay. But then there came lots of really good short films, I would say, with high quality. And there were some films that I thought, okay, this could be the winner. And then, you know, I saw one more and said, oh my God, here is one better. So I think it was actually, as you said, Anders, there were quite a good quality and a good variety of the films. Not so many comedies, though.
No, no.
Just one.
The one, yeah. No,
I think
there were
it's
two.
a comedy, yeah.
Yeah, but because also the climate comedy, the climate change animation, I thought it was kind of comic anyway. And also the black and white one in the therapy session.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's also because that's also a comedy to me. So maybe we should have that prize as well, best comedy.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe.
Because I didn't think of that, but there were actually 3 comedies. So yeah, maybe.
We're like the Golden Globes then. We have best comedy.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
My process to this was, it was a lot of different movies and documentaries, but I tried to just not look at the technical side of it, just skip the technicals and see which movies emotionally caught my eye, because it was a lot of different quality. It was like really bad, you know, workmanship to really good workmanships. So I just tried to put that aside and just look at the story as much as possible. And some movies I just loved, and some movies it was too technical problems, so I couldn't enjoy the story. Yeah.
But you did like the vampire film.
I love the vampire.
Me too.
Not in the first. That was what you said earlier. It grew on me because that was the first I saw, and then I said, "Oh, okay, all right, experimental, very nice, interesting." And then I keep watching, and I said, "Wait, something just stuck in my head for that movie." So I would, I like this.
Great cinematography.
Yeah.
But cinematography, I'm not going to talk bad about the films, but I saw it when I read your mail, I saw it a third time because I thought it was a little bit. In Sweden, we call it Södra Latin. It's an art school, art high school in Södermalm, and when it's a little bit too artistic, you sort of okay, thank you. A lot of symbols and birds in slow motion, and But I like that. I've made films like that too. But I thought about okay. But then I saw it again. It was really good atmosphere in it too, and also the cityscapes, the wide shots were fantastic also, and the face and great cinematography as well.
Yeah, but for me it was the loneliness. Every frame it was always it was like you weren't always alone. If you know what I mean, it was like it was you see through the character's eyes in that movie. So it was like almost I am the character when I was watching it, and I think that's what drove me to that movie. And then you have a little bit of French, French noir and a little bit of art.
Yeah. That's good.
I bought everything of that. Yeah,
we like that. But the cinematography is really, I think, Anna, we agreed on the best film. Actually, it's quiet.
Yes.
But I think the cinematography there was absolutely fantastic. So maybe the price should have gone to that one as well. But it's good to spread it out. But I mean, the talk about the backlighting and but it was a little bit traditional. It's very by the book, right? The quiet.
Yeah, and I think that's what bothered me. It was a little bit too perfect, I personally don't like perfect DPing because it's take you out of the story, if it's too much. And yeah, I think it was just too. Yeah, it was just too.
But she was fantastic. Also, maybe she should be the best actress in Quiet. Also, because it's like good to spread it out. But I think she was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely.
That's but that's there's two movies that look very the same, right? This the Quiet one and the Serbian one, Coming Home. I think it's the name.
Yeah, when
it's
I'm coming
almost
home,
the same story, but still it's different tell. The camera work and everything. I was almost. I didn't choose best actor. Sorry, I just didn't have the time. But I will choose. If I have to choose now, I would choose the Serbian actress. Actually,
she's very good. She's very good.
Yeah, because the whole that movie. I mean, she doesn't. I mean, it's not much of dialogue, but she's telling the whole story through her acting. Through her eyes, through her emotion, and that's something like, I mean, in the first frame you almost know, what's gonna. I mean, something is wrong here, and I don't know. It is interesting that we have two movies tells the same story on a different way.
But I really actually took that one as well for the best ensemble play, because I think in the whole ensemble of that Serbian film, it's a very good tension between the actors, and it was very painful to see the main actor with the man who couldn't speak.
Yeah,
it was really, really, really. Oh my God, it was really hard. So I choose that and also wrote about things like you said, it was kind of very sparse dialogue. And I think it's very good with sparse dialogue because show, not tell.
Yeah, it was a little too much that, even though the dialogue didn't say anything really, but there was a lot of dialogue, and cinematography was not as good, I would say.
No, I
agree. Yeah, I think it was okay and good at the beginning, but then when she got into the room with the old man, I think it just fall apart, because you're building up to something, and then the camera, I know it's become like a what you call it, observant. Anybody on English?
Observer.
Okay, yeah. You like almost pulled away from the emotions in that scene. Yeah.
But it was good. I thought that she was gonna push him out of the window with the wheelchair.
Yeah. I
just had
an
that
action sequence.
almost like you wanted her to do it, like in Alicia Vikander in Till det som är vackert, right? Lisa Langstedt's debut.
Yeah.
She's actually pushing him out of the window, the Samuel Fröler character.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised when that happened. I was like, whoa, you cannot do this. But she said, we'll do it. I just did it. That's good filmmaking. Surprise you. And I thought, maybe if I were the producer, I would have made her push him out of the window. But I don't know. Maybe that's too Hollywood, Bratislav. Maybe. I don't know.
It's nothing wrong with Hollywood.
Well, no.
It's nothing wrong with Hollywood. It's nothing.
But it was two really good films. But also, but I was thinking the Quiet one is also more open to interpretation. The Serbian one was like a theater play. I mean, it's a situation, but you can. The other one was so open, because I think that she was. I thought when she saw the children's drawing, I thought, oh, isn't she overreacting a little bit? Someone could be innocent or whatever. But then, she's home with her father, and then, that's what it's about. So it's very smart. It's so many layers, layers on that. Wonderful.
Which one did you? Yeah.
The Quiet. That's also because you didn't understand in the beginning. Wow, why did she push the table onto him when he said, shh? Because that was also a mystery. That was a mystery in the beginning, and then it unraveled in the end. But they never showed anything nasty or something. It was just this tension under the surface. So that was brilliant.
So many levels. I still think about it. I still think about it. It's really so many layers, and that's beautiful. very traditional though cinematography, but why not? I mean, it looks
Yeah,
like
no, that's nothing wrong with that.
Netflix, SVT drama, you know, that's like a big movie. But they had a lot of lights and a lot of segel och grejer or smoke machines and all the things. A big crew I saw on the end credits too. And she was wonderful.
The whole truck.
Yes, or maybe two of them, maybe.
Yeah.
But she was absolutely wonderful, that actress. What a great face. And not theatrical, it was film acting at its best, really. So she is maybe the best actress, I would say, in a drama then in this festival. But it's clearly the best film for me. I mean, that's the really.
Then we get it, the best short film for this festival, because my idea is to pass through all the winners.
Oh, sure, yeah.
We can continue with conversation during my idea is to start from a backward, but we can start from a top. So
sorry, I ruined it now then.
No, it's okay. It's just concept changing. Actually, Balkan Youth Film Festival or Balkan Nordic Film Festival Documentary Short Award for 2020 goes for the best short film to the film Quiet, Silent from 2017. Slovenian movie actually, and it's one independent production from Slovenia, and they are working great. Shall we read something, or we can say that we said quite a lot about in explanation, so they can read motivation later in like.
I can read mine if you want. I can read it.
Yeah, good.
I can read it. A consistent tone, it's brilliant acting, beautiful cinematography, and a well-crafted story with many layers that stays with you for a long time. Quiet, Tiho, best short film.
Good. So we can go now to the documentary, the best documentary film, and we have three selections here, like long meter, and who will read this? Anna?
oh yeah, I just have to take it out. If you just wait for a moment.
Okay.
Where did I put? Because I really actually tried to also, because I written all my critics in Swedish, so I tried to actually and I know that I sent it to you just 2 minutes ago, but now I really don't find the.
Okay.
So if you find it on the Gmail, you can see Anna's changes or something. Yes, because I really, my table is really so full here. I can't find it.
You can just leave it to
yes.
You know, what Jelena said.
Yeah.
Let them read later.
Yeah.
I mean,
them to read later.
I haven't wrote anything in English too. I missed that part.
Okay. Well, long meter, the touching, funny, philosophical, and poetical odyssey about time and the chess of memory, beautiful filmed and edited with the high artistic quality. Good, then we have even that. So the medium meter, which is between 30 and 60 minutes, goes to Steps, Koraci, the film from Bosnia and Herzegovina from 2019, and it is a woman director, Daliborka, Bajic. So, Anders, would you like to read?
Yeah, it's the best medium meter documentary. It's the power of the human spirit faced with traumas, death, and tragedy. And faced with death, trauma, and tragedy, it helps to be a fighter. And it's really, this film blew me away. I saw it, and then I sort of thought she was a bit, we didn't know that she was handicapped or had these traumas, and she was so self-assured, or I don't know, I was a bit provoked by her. That's a good sign, I guess. But I thought that, okay, who is this? You know, some artist, you know, some arty person who's really, and then I was like, okay, her parents died in a plane crash. And I know, Bratislava, I'm breaking the movie business rule here. You say you should always be personal and never private. But my father actually died in a plane crash. So it was, for me, it was very personal. And then it was like, whoa, I just sunk into that thing about having a parent that died in a plane crash, and then the bomb exploded, and also the war. And I worked for George Soros. I worked in Bosnia and Herzegovina. I was in the Kosovo War. I worked for the Olof Palme Center and George Soros Foundation just after the war. And it's just one of the, being a film nerd and not a very tough guy, I was very scared by that. It was really one of the worst experiences in my life, watching that. But also a good experience to meet the people in Pristina. And so it really, everything just became very emotional when I saw it. So maybe it's just me, but I thought it was, you know, and she lost her hands. And then I was just thinking, everybody has death and tragedy in their lives and traumas. I mean, everybody. I have, and everybody, but you still have to fight. Every day you have to go to work, you have to do the things, and maybe not as harsh as her, but I think everybody can relate to that story because we all have a lot of shit in our background. It doesn't matter who you are.
Our own injuries.
I mean, even if you're in a jury, I mean,
yeah.
Britney Spears, whoever, I mean, we all have our stuff, you know, and and she just keeps on fighting, and that's what I mean, what can you do? Yes.
Yeah, I would just like to say, I really liked that film too. In the beginning, I thought it was a little bit, there were too much stills, and I just wondered, what is this? It was a little bit boring, but then after, was it maybe 5 or 10 minutes, I don't remember, into the film, I really was totally grabbed when I understood what had happened to her. Yeah. And she was amazing. It was so interesting to see her work, as you said, Anders, to how she actually did everything that with her hands. And I didn't understand either that she was had lost her hands in the beginning. Very interesting.
A fighter. She's a fighter.
Yeah, a real fighter.
Yeah, a fighter. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really was really moved by the film.
Yeah, me too.
The short meter in a documentary, it's Pioneer's Pizza from Kenya. It was interesting for me and quite interesting done history actually from 2019. Yes. Do we have somebody to read?
Yeah, I can read now because I found what I wrote. Yes, a touching short documentary in which we get to know the characters in a profound way, despite the brevity of the film. The film deals with deep societal problems in Kenya, but is made accessible in a light hand by connecting the theme to homemade pizza and the sound of music.
Yep, it's good. I enjoy it. I like that. I just... people always ask, well, what's the message of a film? I like the big enjoyment for going to movies is to come to another world. I said it before. I was like, I saw Taxi Driver when I was a teenager, and you drive taxi on Manhattan. That's fantastic. And you go to Africa, you go to Rome, you go to here. I'm in Kenya on this farm, and it's so far from everything. And also, I was a little bit they're missionaries, and I was like, okay, maybe you shouldn't oppose your religion to other people. And I had some objections, but I thought it's so charming. And so the Sound of Music bit was also great. So it was good. And she was very, I guess she's a fighter too, right, Anna, in her way, that lady.
Okay, the next one is Best Animated Short Film. So I can ask Bratti probably to read something or just explain why.
I will try just to read. I did a quick translation here from my Swedish to the English. Let's see. Just a second. Where is it? Here it is. All right. A well-made animated short film that in a comic way address a major important issue, all seen through the eyes of a child, and with a wonderful final twist that leaves us with a big smile on our face and a hope for the future.
Nice.
Then we have Best Experimental, a short film, which is just from Iran, which is also very interesting. Actually, we had quite a lot of entries from, I can say, a little bit east. And it was not easy to relate to that. Suddenly we will have just, this, but I like this movie, so we decided to have it. Anna, would you like to read?
Yes, I would like to read by very short because I really didn't finalize that. I thought it was secret and dreamy, interesting photo and good acting, and that's all
exactly what it is.
yeah. Yeah,
but it's good. I feel the same way Anna did. I just felt the same way. It's very dreamy. I didn't understand nothing, but it's. When I saw Chinatown for the first time, I didn't understand anything either, but I loved it. So I didn't understand. It was like a dream. I was just sucked into it. I just want to be. It could be longer. I felt I liked it. I could spend time in that world. Great.
Then we have woman achievement in a film. We have actually both of them are from a short film. Actually, it is also short film day, 21st December. So we have one award for a teamwork, which we already mentioned, but Anna, would you like to read probably?
Yes, I can read. Yes, okay. It's When I Am at Home, Serbian short film by Ivana Todorovic. It's a strong drama with a difficult and nasty theme. The fine acting of the ensemble works convincingly, and the sparse dialogue shows the tension below the surface that threatens to explode.
Good, and we have also one more woman achievement, and it is going to actually actress and producer. I find out that Mia Riviera is also, now I mentioned her name.
Good that she's producing. We should produce more. We should be in charge. The creative people should produce more. You know, that's good. Mia, go Mia. Mia Rivera does a modern day interpretation of American screwball comedy. Her character in the film is a mix of Mae West and a Kathy Bates on speed, complete with not so subtle innuendos and winks to the audience. It's a raw performance that does not shy away from the vulgar, a performance that does not want to be smart and intellectual, but just downright rural and real. Yep. She doesn't ask for permission, this lady. No. She knocks down the door, you know, and she doesn't try. All the people from the southern states, they try to have a Los Angeles or New York accent, and the same in Sweden. When you move, you have it. She has that fantastic southern accent, and she just goes for it. You know, great.
Good. Now we are to the special awards. Come to the special awards, and then we have best production design, which is one Italian movie actually from 2020. It was done like this year, which is very nice. So Anders, would you like to tell us why?
It's a modern adaptation of Alice in Wonderland. It's great art direction, makeup and costumes, great photo and exciting acting. Over the top acting. It's like Tim Burton would love this. I think. I thought it was just ögongodis, eye candy. Eye candy. It was really nice to see it. Sometimes the acting was a little bit, but it's like Tim Burton's acting is also a little bit, you know, Edward Scissorhands, and it's like I was like maybe more subtle, but I loved it. It's nice. It's very good.
Me too.
It was rich in design. We can, and we have a photographer among us in the jury, and I think that he could tell us the best photo. Which movie is the best photo?
I can read first. Okay, this I will. Through its nervous and raw imagery, we get the insight into what loneliness can lead us to. A well-made and stylish film that in an exciting way uses color to tell different emotional stages. And the winner is, I should know the name, Love, Blood, Pain.
Good. Thank you. Good. We are coming in a mood like, what are we doing now? Okay, the best music documentary, since we didn't have actually music a special dimension, but or selection, but it is good to mention that this one, I can say, rare music documentary, and it get the prize for best editing. And this is Anna.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So it's called Music for Ordinary Life Machines, a Greek documentary. Director Nikos Kantsis. Oh, sorry for not spelling it right. Yeah, but I think it was a fascinating documentary about the emergence of the minimal synth scene in Greece from the 80s and forward. And I really liked the editing of the film. It was quite long, but I really wasn't bored when I saw it, because I thought it was, wow, God, it's so long. But it was really interesting to watch it, because there were different persons talking, and I really liked the image selection that oscillates between old concert footage of synths and the modern interviews with the musicians. So I think it's an adventurous journey into the world of synth explorers and pioneers who wanted to go into the untested land of synthetic sound.
That is about nerds. They're talking about synthesizers.
I know. It's nerdy as fuck.
Love it.
Exactly, I did too. But I was just, oh my God, I'm going to sit here for so long time. Oh, but I really liked it. Yeah.
Nerds we like. Nerds we are, maybe. So,
yes.
Yeah.
And then we have a best sound, actually, which goes to another movie from Montenegro from 2020, also done this year, which is really good struggle. I mean, good achievement, make a movie in this year, which is behind us. So who would like to present the movie?
Anna, it's Anna's favorite.
It's Anna's film again. No, but I really, because film is so much about sound. And since there was no dialogue in this film, it's called Obrad, Montenegro documentary. And I think the sound work is exquisite and evokes memories of the forgotten world of papers in a digitalized world. Without dialogue, the sonics and acoustics are raised to a higher level. Every sound is crisp and elevated and works well with the photography and Rembrandtian light.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah,
great.
A real festival film. Very slow.
Yes, I really loved it. I really liked it.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it's a documentary somehow. Yeah, well, it is documentary.
I didn't think it was a documentary first.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah, it could be even non-documentary.
It was kind of a fictional documentary. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, and last in our list, but not the one who also has a good place, I mean, in this list, it's the film for a youth drama. It's short film from 2020, also interesting, but I wrote somewhere that it was, I read somewhere that it was starting making this movie from 2009. So this movie history behind, since it is really interesting done.
Okay, yeah.
So, Anna, please, can I ask you?
I will go on. I gave most prizes, yeah. No, I think it's strong and credible acting by the young actors about a current and very frightening topic. The film is a painful representation of how war continues to affect long after it's over. That's what I wrote. And because I thought it was very strong.
It was also very low budget. I mean, there was the acting was good. The editing, camera work wasn't that sophisticated, right?
No, and the sound was shitty.
No, it sounds shitty. But it's like Cassavetes is not, the cinematography is not really good, but the acting is good. It's in that tradition, sort of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I thought it was really could go well on youth festivals but they should have some help before they send it to a bigger festival with sound, because the sound was really. It works, but
I prefer this way around. I mean, a technical perfect film and acting that's really bad, and that's a story that's really bad, because there's a lot of those too, right? So I'd rather have this one around.
Yeah.
Okay, it's true. We came to the end of our awarding session, which I think was great. It was really, I liked your, how can I say, participation, your enthusiasm, I can say, about it, because when we select the movie, it is very hard to really make something which is common, since we have open documentary and short together, and it could be really diversity somehow possibilities to watch. So thank you once again. This movie, I think so, will be soon at the platform, a little bit wider to see. I think that tomorrow we will publish the winner with all these motivations, and I think that we will make at least one part of our selected movies happy that they participated in our festival. Some last word for the future. I mean, we all are going in some year which is also shaky, and the last one was, what do you have to tell?
Oh, I mean, I could talk more about some of the films in the festival, but I shouldn't. But there's some other films that I really like too in the festival. Okay. The day at the little beach, La Playita, it sort of struck me that wasn't it good? It was just, it's about nothing. It's just about nothing. Yeah, there on the beach. It's just it's fantastic. And also I like the Alaska thing, the Alaska Long Hunters, but there were some sort of missionary Christian message there as well. So I sort of, okay, what is this? It's like the pizza thing, but the nature of Alaska, you know, and it's like, wow, it took me to Alaska. There was a great scenery and great, also a film that grew on me was Happy, the Greek film about the crazy lady who lost her cat, who's running around with statues, and it was just surreal. It's just surreal. So there's other films. I could go on and on, but it's very nice. But the future, it was the future, Jelena. I'm sorry. For next year, I hope. Well, people don't stop making films, right? This festival proves that we're not. I'm making a film next year in June, July. So we're not going to stop making films, you know. And the pandemic is not going to stop. We can sit home, write scripts, beg for money, do applications, and prepare yourself, you know, for making movies with or without a pandemic.
Good, thank you. Anna?
Yes, I say the same as Anders do. I'm not going to make a film on my own this year because I'm more in sketching, drawing, and performance art right now. So that will be this year for me, but I say as Anders do, go on creating. Don't stop because of the pandemic.
I agree. Just go out. Well, maybe not now, but shoot anyway. Do movies inside if you can. Why not?
Wash your hands.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, and do more comedies.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
More comedies.
We need to laugh. Yeah, we need to laugh.
We are. Stoner comedies.
Thank you so much. We're coming now in Christmas time and holidays time, so we can wish everybody good holidays.
Merry Christmas.
And good Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Leave.
Ciao. Jelena, čujemo. Ciao.
Ciao, vidimo se.